say convert, pay up or die, and they look you in the eye, knowing you believe the lie that inclusion was everybody's friend.
Hello, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a warning. I'm about to show something that some of you might find distressing. It is about the Manchester Arena bombing. And so I think it gives a little bit of context to the rest of my comments today. So if this is something that upsets you, and probably should, but I think it's worth watching.
Explosion at Manchester Arena!
Explosion at Manchester Arena?
Yes!
Is anybody injured?
Yes, loads! There's loads injured.
It was one of the most appalling terrorist attacks in a generation. Today, a catalogue of security failings was laid bare, which preceded the atrocity at the Manchester Arena in May 2017. 22 men, women and children died in the bombing. More than 1,000 were injured.
Oh my God.
This was the moment Salman Abedi detonated a bomb in the foyer outside the Ariana Grande concert, as it was packed with young fans and their parents. Today, the litany of poor decisions which allowed Abedi to carry a heavy rucksack bomb around for an hour without being challenged was criticised in withering detail.
Everybody concerned with security at the arena.
So, Gorton and Denton, they have just elected the Green Party, and as far as I'm concerned, the Green Party means electing Islam. And it might not be Islamic today, but I don't know what else it is, to be quite honest, apart from completely dim. It's very, very difficult not to use very inflammatory language. I'm going to make the case, and I want to be really, really clear. I am not saying that every Muslim is a terrorist. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that every Muslim is anything. The only thing I can say about every Muslim is that they all justify the reverence shown to a man that is a paedophile, right? So it doesn't really matter how we want to dress that up. At the heart of their religion is a man called Muhammad, who at 53 married a 6-year-old, and at 59 or 56, I think maybe he was, he raped a 9-year-old. Okay, so that's what we know. That is justified. Most Muslims believe that, and they get their tiny brains around the idea that that is somehow justifiable by bullshit like it was a long time ago. Girls started their periods earlier. You're a woman when you start your period. And they still believe that. Otherwise, they wouldn't force little girls, as soon as they've gone through puberty and start their periods, to wear a hijab. So we are still dealing with an ideology that holds on to the idea that a girl becomes a woman, therefore can tempt men into sex as soon as she's gone through puberty. All right? So that's one of the things we know. Now, what we know about the Green Party is that when that tiny man in Bradford was elected, he, surrounded by a load of intimidating men in dresses who happen not to think they're women, but surrounded by intimidating men in dresses, he shouted quite aggressive and violently, "Allah Akbar," which is the same thing as they shout when they bomb little girls and young women and men attending an Ariana Grande concert. And that's what they shout when they go and stab some little girls who are attending a dance class, also in the north of England. So I just want to be really, really clear that saying that's an ideology that at its heart was forged in violence and paedophilia is not the sort of party really that you should be voting for. And I think every single person that is still in the Green Party and voting Green, you, my friends, are welcoming the caliphate. And we might not think it could happen here, but it feels like it really could. It feels that there are pockets of this country that are already under some sort of caliphate. So that's what I want to say. The woman who dresses like a poodle, wears her hair like a Pekingese or a Shih Tzu, with the talking to people in a language that many of the electorate won't understand, to advise them the things that they're going to do, which is all foreign policy based and oh, let's not be mean to you based, not about the economy, not about, well, maybe about the no 2-child cap, maybe about giving more free things to people. But as soon as you do that, you are encouraging sectarianism. And why did they do that? So that fucking moron could have a seat in Parliament. That's why she did it. Oh, shalom. But not shalom. That's another language. Inshallah. Right. Well, all I want is I want the caliphate. I want more Sharia courts. So green Islam doesn't feel too closely related to saving the planet, does it? Green. If you look at the demographic of the sort of people that don't speak English in that area, those people will be in receipt of benefits probably more than the national average. And I'm taking a wild guess here based on statistics and data available more broadly, but I'm going to say that those people are probably in receipt of benefits. So it's the Green Party then saying that they want net zero, which will mean that those people are worse off, although maybe getting more state handouts, but ultimately their bills will go up because all of our bills will go up if net zero proceeds. So I'm just really, for fuck's sake, what is wrong with you people? And there was a Talk TV reporter went to that area, and or was it someone else? Talk TV went there and tried to ask. Oh no, they went to Whitechapel, and they tried to ask Muslim women questions, and none of the Muslim women would speak to them. Now I don't know if that is because they are not allowed, or because they don't speak the language. But either way, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like a large portion of women in this country living under some sort of Sharia bullshit. I don't think it's good for any of us. And actually, what happens in those little enclaves where those populations are quite large, it has an impact on everybody else who lives there. It just does. If all the women are walking around with covered faces, then you look fucking naked just by showing your face. Okay. So now let's have a look at the other mind-blowingly thing that we could. And this is the police lying to our faces. Oh, I might make myself bigger. Just one moment, because there we go. Okay, this is mind-blowing. Tell me what you think. Who do you think that is? Do you think that's a Jane or a Dave?
By yourself.
You're British?
I identify as white British. How would you identify yourself?
Why identify yourself as white British?
I'm just questioning if you don't want that's fine.
What? Oh, this might be something to do with. Hang on. Let me just try. Let me just take you off. That was weird, wasn't it? That was weird. What happened there? Ah, something has happened to Twitter to do with lives. Let's try again. I just refreshed.
Why identify yourself as white British?
I'm just questioning if you don't want that's fine.
All right, can I speak?
I'm just saying.
I just want to give you an opportunity to stop this.
Stop what?
To stop the unlawful search.
It's not an unlawful search.
It is an unlawful search. It will be an unlawful search.
Right, so this is bad enough.
Fine, you can query that all you want.
Inform this officer right at the behind you.
Have you got any clothes on underneath this jacket?
Oh, well, don't worry. No physical.
So basically, they just keep pestering him about, and he calls himself an auditor. They haven't really justified any reason, but he's filming or whatever. And to me, I mean, this is a little bit of a grey area. police do have a right to stop you and see what you're doing. And we don't know that whether or not he's got a rucksack on. Like looking at the Manchester bombing, I don't think I can get too upset about the police wanting to search someone because they have reason to believe they might be up to no good. But how valid that is, I don't know, because this is the only bit of the exchange that we can see. So we don't know what he looks like. We don't know where he is. We don't know what he's looking at. And he might be doing nothing wrong at all. But from this particular video, I don't think I can get too animated by the fact that the police are asking him what he's doing and where he's going and to search him.
I won't get no physical, none of things, so don't worry.
Okay.
I will remind you that if you carry on with the search, you're only going to waste public's money. And
It's not a waste of our time, so the minute.
so you're going to carry on with the search. Okay.
You got anything on you that you should?
So you're not going to provide me with a neutral gender officer?
You've not once explained what you mean by that statement, okay?
You've been offered a female officer and you've been offered a male officer to search you. So
Right, let me tell you again. Let me show you again. So he's doing this thing where he goes, I want a gender neutral officer, right? Obviously, he thinks that's clever. And it might well be because he knows that in front of him are two men. Let's hear again what the police says.
Remind you that if you carry on with the search, you're only going to waste public's money. And
It's not a waste of our time, so the minute.
so you're going to carry on with the search. Okay.
got anything on you that you should?
So you're not going to provide me with a neutral gender officer?
You've not once explained what you mean by that statement, okay?
You've been offered a female officer and you've been offered a male officer to
So he says you've been offered a female officer and you've been offered a male officer.
search you. So
As a
you've not
woman.
said either way. You've said
I need a gender neutral officer.
right, we don't have gender neutral officer here.
Have you got anything on you that you shouldn't have? Have you got anything on you that's going to hurt himself or yourself during the search? Anything sharp? No, that's fine. Or commit the offence of not back there, okay.
Getting introduced to police vehicles.
Any there?
Maybe that's a woman. Maybe that's definitely a man.
Into a vehicle, steal from a vehicle, or commit the offence of
Maybe that's a woman.
or otherwise step
Yeah,
on a
yeah.
resident. Okay.
I think he's also male. But what struck me about that particular thing is, what if that was a woman and she said, I want a female officer? Would they insist that that male officer was female? Would they? Because I reckon they would. Because he just said you've been offered a female and a male. And that wasn't. That was two. That was two men, wasn't it? Oh, okay. Please don't use footage from this frauditor who's a well-known convicted criminal. Well, look, I don't know who he is. But what I was most interested in is not necessarily promoting this particular man, which is why I said I didn't know what he was doing, and I was quite happy for the police to search him. But they did say that that officer was female. They didn't say identified as female, didn't say identified as a woman, didn't say was trans, didn't say any of that. They said female. So imagine that's a woman. Imagine that's a woman. Would they have insisted that we were searched? I think they would. And so I'm going to make a report about that police officer. I suspect we can see the number. So I think that would be quite important. But look, I know that there are some dodgy auditors. I know there are. There's another one that I used to share, and somebody said that they had been convicted of some pretty nasty things. So I know there are. And there will be people that do it because they're decent people, and there will be people that do it because they're nefarious. So anyway, okay, thank you, Paul. Paul Vlogger says, reader, someone convicted criminal. Okay. But the police were lying, and I don't think, maybe the police know who that man is, maybe they don't. But I think that saying that officer was female makes us all lose trust in the police. So, okay, someone says he's not. That auditor is not a criminal, says Diane. I watch him all the time. He always audits the police. He's a good man. Okay. I don't. It's him. He might be. I hope he hasn't been defamed here, but I hope that everyone understands these are just comments. But what we are watching is a police officer saying to somebody about to be searched that they have been offered a female officer. And that's not true. So what do we have? We have a police force that are complicit in enabling terrorism on our streets, enabling victims of rape continue to be raped. You know, we're all having mass gaslighting. Like, what's happening to us? What's happening to us? It just feels like it's okay to attack us all the time. It's crazy. Charles Hart, can't agree with you any more than possible. Some of the YouTubers are right, but they're all after views more than women's rights. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. It's always a thing, isn't it? When you know, you're not shifting the needle at all. You're just getting views. So anyway, okay. That's it for me. I'm going to get my hair done, which is why I'm so early. So, yeah, to all the people in Gordon and Denton who voted Green, fuck you all. You're fucking idiots. I hope that is as succinct a message as possible. And anyone still in the Green Party or in the Labour Party, thank you for helping to totally destroy this country. Well done. Well done to all of you. And Socialist Workers' Party, all of you British hating wankers who don't quite understand. The only reason you're allowed to say the things you say is because of the things that you now oppose. If you can keep fighting the good fight and speaking the truth, then I promise we will win. If you can find it in your heart to leave the things that are destroying this country, then I promise we will win. And do you know why else we're going to win? Well, it's because I never lose.
They say convert, pay up or die, and they look you in the eye, knowing you believe the lie, that inclusion was everybody's friend, when the truth now we all know, that was the beginning of the end. You didn't fight back, you failed to resist, and now the country is under their fist. No sun, no fun, no sky. All the music now must die. No more thinking thoughts, shatter your council, schools and courts. Welcome to Britain under the